So, where we last off, the group had just fended off what appeared to be a group of pirates of sorts attacking their longship. After the battle, they escaped and are continuing their escape through the waters on the high seas. Um, Godric and Calypso, along with Halfdan, went below deck. To help out in the rowing procedures, which leaves Nail and Adrian on the top deck. What are you guys doing? Let me get some music out for you guys.
Adrian will be keeping an eye on if the pirates are following or if they're still there.
It's gonna take them some time to maneuver, but yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You already an Eldritch Blast if they try anything, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys are still rowing. You're braking to top speed right now for your ship. The pirates are getting. Well, they're a few feet away, like about 30. I would say maybe 60, maybe 70 feet away from you. Since the rowing speed for your ship is also the same for their ship, that the speed is like 5 miles per hour. So, no, I misread that. No wait. Okay. Got it. So basically, the ship can travel about 5 feet per square. So yeah, we're basically saying you guys have a head start, so it's gonna take them a while to catch up, but you're way ahead of them.
Okay.
So yeah, you have options. You could either the ship does have some weapons, just not ballistae. So, you do have long-range weapons like spears, javelins, and everything that you could use to fight them at a range, or you could try to hide the long ship.
I guess Adrian would just fire Eldritch Blast at the people trying to man their
The
what do you call it?
The helm?
Yeah. The helm, yeah.
What's the range on Eldritch Blast?
120 feet.
Seeing that they're a few feet away from you, still trying to catch up, but visibility is starting to get worse, which could be both an advantage and a disadvantage. I would say you could use Eldritch Blast since some fog is starting to roll in, like light fog, but you are going to have a disadvantage with the attack roll.
Okay. 20.
Okay, it hits. Roll damage.
7 damage. Pew.
Okay, you shoot your Eldritch Blast as a lightning bolt going through the air, through the fog. It pierces, and you just hear a "Yah!" and the silhouette of the ship begins to turn slightly towards inland. Slightly. And that is going to cost the ship, the enemy ship, a delay in their pursuit to you. So you are now getting more ahead of them.
Okay, he'll just continue firing then, I guess.
Okay.
Every 6 seconds.
Every 6 seconds. Nail, what are you doing?
I I guess I'm gonna join him in trying to shoot at the enemy ship.
Okay.
There's just not much else to do.
Yeah, I'll move you guys to like the rear end and everything, so you could like see the ship because it is behind you right now. So now, what are you
I guess I
using
could be
to
funny
attack?
and do this.
Oh, chill touch? Okay. 15? Yeah, 15 hits. A necrotic hand goes somewhere where the helm is. What do you have the hand do? Like, just simply punch, slap, or poke in the eye of the helmsman?
Strangle people. It's what it does. It's technically,
basically, this is what your hand would do. It's basically strangling someone, choking them.
I mean, the text is very
Yeah, but you could flavor it however you want. You could flavor it however you want.
Not descriptive what the hand does. It's basically just says to assail with chill of the grave. Yeah, it basically just touches people.
Yeah, but you could do it with a slap, a punch, or a choke.
It's just gonna choke people.
Okay, Darth Vader. Chokes the guy, which causes the helm to swerve crazy, and the ship kind of like, gets stuck behind some rocks. They are gonna be very much delayed now. You guys are veering, like, getting very far away from them. You are coming across some rocks, some, caverns, not caverns, but archways, basically natural rock formations and stuff that are more inland as well as in the sea. Basically, this field is called Rockful Field.
Oh, okay. Oh wait, we're 5th level now, so yeah. I think Eldritch Blast is 2 blasts now.
Did I say you guys leveled up?
Yeah, we're 5th level.
We were already 5th level.
Right.
Yes.
You're right. I forgot. So Ramble, if you could make some adjustments to your character, yeah, my mind's elsewhere. Yeah, so I'll just put a little tidbit that at Eberron, all characters are at 5th level. My apologies. But yeah, so you fire another Eldritch Blast, you're gonna do that, or you're gonna do something else, Adrian?
He's just gonna continue firing it.
Okay.
Keep rolling, he yells.
To the helmsman of your ship, which I did have a name for him. Yeah, shit. I had the name, Gus Strong. Yeah, Captain Gus Strongchain. Yes, so yeah, he continues basically using the ship's, rudder to navigate, and he says, "We won't be able to outrun them. We should be able to hide amongst the rocks or so."
Then keep rolling. Get as much distance as you can, then hide.
Copy that. Copy that, he says. And he's gonna gesture to, like, the Goliath and Orc here to go look and for a spot that they could hide at. You guys are continuously going to do that, so roll attacks, both of you.
Let's see if this works now. I changed it. I'm still adjusting the Eldritch Blast.
Okay, 11. Yeah, 11 misses.
Okay.
Well,
do you want me to keep rolling?
What? Well, I
Do you want
mean,
me to
if you
keep
guys,
rolling?
yeah, each turn. So like you, and then like the pirate ship, and then there's Gus who is like doing the ship. So like it's going through a certain order.
Okay, so 2 12s.
Okay, so yeah, you miss. The ship is still stuck. People are getting off, trying to push it out of the rocks and get back to their chase. Gus is maneuvering through some debris and some rocks to basically make it difficult for the enemy ship to follow as much as he can. But he's mainly trying to outrun them so he could help find a spot to lay low. Roll for attacks, both of you.
Okay,
Are you still targeting the helmsman?
yes.
Okay.
I'm just targeting whoever is visible doing stuff.
Okay,
The
well,
helmsman might be a little bit too far away.
yeah. But basically you could like I'm at the enemy ship. If you see below, you could just like do this where exactly you want to do your attack, and I would say if it would hit and if there's a certain effect to it.
Natural 1.
Okay, so that
And
misses.
natural 20.
Okay, so Nail, you rolled an 18 and 18 hits. What are you aiming for on the enemy ship?
The person steering the boat.
Okay, so at the
Cause
helmsman.
more mayhem.
Yeah. Okay, so you do that.
Yeah.
The ship is not moving, but you don't know what's happening on the enemy ship because of the fog that is certainly now rolling in. But yeah, the people are now panicking on board their ship. So yeah, a natural 20. You said? No wait. Because you are rolling with disadvantage.
Oh, yeah,
Adrian.
so it's both natural 1s. So I
Yes.
missed completely.
So you're like,
Pew.
pew, pew, psh. Gus is maneuvering. He goes around a type of very stone, tall, kind of like tower with a ever so weak structure at the top that holds a big ass boulder through the pass that you just took.
Okay,
So yeah, what are you guys gonna do?
so we're hiding now, or what?
No. Still pursuing, like, you are going through what it seems to be a rock maze or a stone maze of sorts within the water, trying to hopefully outrun them, but find a good spot to hide. That is what Gus and the Goliath and the Orc here are trying to do.
You just continue firing then, and
Okay.
nothing much else to do, I guess.
Yeah, so you could still continue aiming at the ship, or you could start aiming at your surroundings, basically trying to create debris for the ship that they can't follow you in, basically.
I don't think Eldritch Blast would be able to do much. It'd just probably create a few pebbles, but pebbles would just sink.
Well, it depends on where you shoot. You could shoot at one of the towers to try to basically block a pass. Maybe a certain cascade or a chain reaction could happen. You don't know.
So how are they chasing us right now? They're rowing right now, or?
No. The ship is still stuck between some rocks and everything, so they are currently stuck right now, unable to give chase. You are getting farther away from them right now with the help of the sails and the rowers below you.
Oh, shoot at one of their masts, then.
Okay, shoot away, Adrian, with a disadvantage.
17
Let me look.
and 12.
Okay, let me look at the armor class for a sailing ship. Okay, you're aiming for the sails, basically, at the mast?
Yeah,
Okay, that hits.
both of them. Okay, I'm just like what I'm trying to do is
No,
just like
no,
topple them over, kind of.
Yeah, basically the 17 and the 12 hit. Basically, you're aiming at the sails mass. Okay.
Yeah, 2 and a 10, so 12 damage.
Okay, you hit the sails, you cause some holes in them. Nail, what are you doing?
I'm just. So how far away are they at the moment?
I would say they're about 130, 35-ish feet.
Then I'm gonna wait, cause that's pretty far.
Okay, you hear the orc say, "Over there! There's a little spot where we can make landfall and hide temporarily." Gus then immediately turns, I keep forgetting the name, the rudder, and goes in that direction so fast that you guys feel the force and nearly topple over. I need you guys to make dexterity saving throws for me to stay on the ship without, losing your balance.
An 11.
And a 5. Okay, you guys fall, not overboard, but you both fall back. Nail, you fall against the railing slash wall thing. You, like, bump your head and everything, which you take 4 bludgeoning damage. And Adrian, you also fall back and bump yourself into the crates, and you take 2 bludgeoning damage. And the ship, trying to think of the word here, casual-like and careful-like sails through that area where there seems to be a little land area, like a sand spot, and because apparently there might be some land that corresponds with the rock fall area that you are in. So yeah, you basically dock there temporarily, like the ship goes into the sand and everything, and you are out of sight. The big rocks are basically providing you cover right now. Mm-hmm. So, you are hidden, for the time being, and, yeah. So yeah, what are you guys gonna do? You are hidden, and they might not find you right now.
I guess Adrian would just help what do you call it? Bunch up the masts, or bunch up the what is it? What is the
What?
What is this called again?
Show me again. Show me again.
This one, like the stuff that catches
The
wind.
mast?
No, the sails.
The sail?
The sails.
Yeah, the sail. Yeah,
so basically, you are going to retract the sail, basically.
Yeah, retract the sail. He helped retract the sail so that we're not as big.
Basically, not as easily seen. Okay. You go there. I want you to make a 1d20 check. If you have sailing as a proficiency, you would add your proficiency bonus. But
I don't.
Okay, so just roll a 1d20. Okay.
A 4.
You try, but you kind of like unbalance the sail a bit. So now it's one of the Vikings' turns. And they are proficient, so... Okay, He manages to fix your mistake, but the sail is kind of like half closed right now.
Okay.
You want to try again, or
Yeah, sure. One more time. If he fails again, he'll just leave
He'll
it to the
just-
professionals.
yeah?
Another
Okay,
four.
you try to do it, but like you kind of like unhinge it a bit, and
It's hard to see in the fog.
yeah,
That's his
it's
excuse.
light fog. It's not like thick. It's just like light fog. Like you can still see and everything. So yeah, you do it again, and like basically you just get yourself tied up in the ropes.
Okay.
Hey
But the
guys,
guy-
it's Cody with Diggy 20, and welcome back to my Roll 20 Master Series.
That's
Today's
it.
video is going to get started.
I can hear a video going on.
Yeah.
You'll notice at the very
So, getting back to my thing, the guy manages to fully retract the sail. So, the sail is retracted. You guys are now docked or like made landfall to a little spot in the rocks. So I will let you do as you please. There is a guy who's kind of like on top of the mast, and basically he's basically going to keep track if the ship passes by or is in the area. So you have a lookout.
Adrian will help, I guess, then?
In being a lookout.
Yes.
Okay, so you need to climb up the mast.
Yeah, he'll climb up.
Okay, you do that. Make a perception check with a disadvantage, since it is getting more foggy.
Dang, a 7.
Okay, you can't see nothing. You just see the silhouettes of the tall rocks that are in your view right now.
Yeah.
Nail, what are you doing? You're muted, by the way.
I am going to cast an Unseen Servant.
Okay, what do you have your servant do?
He's going to go downstairs and start rowing. Well, prepare to start rowing if anything happens.
There are already rowers down there, so it's pretty safe.
Yes, and now there's one rower.
Okay. Gus then says to a couple of the sailors to go and, like, find out what's, among the ground that they are in. It's kind of like a makeshift island of sorts. So it's kind of like, no, not that, okay, yeah, I could do this. I can make it. So, let me just, yeah, draw a shape. And I am going to do brown, or more of a, that, and
Okay, Adrian's continue waiting, I guess, and trying to keep an eye out, but can't
Yeah.
really see much.
yeah, sorry. I'm getting the, area ready for you, sorry. It's not easy being the DM at times. Why can't I pick this up now? There we go. Okay, I am going to move you guys to the area right now. So this is basically what you see. The ship made landfall. There's basically a large, I would say this is about 100, maybe 150 feet each, side to side in this thing. So there is going to be a walk area over here, very large walk tower thing over here. Shit. And another one, but a bit more square, like a downed. Wrong one. Wrong color. Damn. Here we go. Draw shape. Color. This. And more of a downed, tower of rock or so right here.
Okay,
But apparently it is enough for someone small enough, like not big bone enough, to crawl and probably see what's on the other side on this thing here. But yeah, that's what you see. Do you guys just want to explore? You guys could hop out of the ship.
Adrian's gonna wait to...
Okay, but do you want to make a perception check on the area over here where you made
Yeah, sure.
landfall? Okay, make a perception check.
14.
You see kind of well, but the one thing you take notice is, going to free assets over here. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. You see, what appears to be a fire pit or so, and a I need to find a... Does not have... yeah, and a tent right near this obelisk. No. Yeah, right near this obelisk.
Adrian will point out to the and cast. And then he'll cast message to Nail and say, "There's a fire on the shore, or there's a campfire on the shore. Someone was here."
Was here or are here?
Was here, or I'm not sure. It's too hard to see in the fog.
You could always get closer. You could always put your tokens on the map, people.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Nail and Adrian can put their tokens on the map. Not Ramble yet, sadly.
Okay.
Soon, I promise, soon.
He's like in the crow's nest, kind of, so right here.
Yeah, he's kind of like in the middle or so. But yeah. So you see this small campsite. Fire kinda burning a little. Not fully, but kind of burning. You can see some of the embers coming from there. And the light within the fog. Do you want to have some of your sailors go there and investigate, or you could go investigate it yourselves? It's entirely up to you.
Adrian can go investigate. He's pretty much at full health.
Well, yeah, but except for the bludgeoning damage that you got from the crit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I said, pretty much.
Pretty much. Okay.
How big's the drop?
Not too big, probably 5 feet.
Okay, yeah, you just jump down, I guess.
Well, actually, hang on, because it doesn't say how like big of the drop would be, but I am going to assume that it is 10 feet. It's basically 70 to 20 feet. So I would say it might be, I don't know how much thick of the wood, but yeah, 5 feet.
He jumped down the 5 feet then onto the sand.
Yeah. You notice that this is kind of like gray sand. It's not regular sand. It seems to be more of a type of rock sand. You know, like those rocky, soft beaches and everything, kind of like that.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's kind of like that. You notice that there are large rocks, supposedly that could one day break apart and fall apart and be one with this type of like rock natural sand situation that you found. That is kind of close to the main island, but it's kind of like cut off due to the rock fall field you are in, which is kind of like the name of the area you are in right now, Rockfall Field.
Okay, I guess he will activate his... Well, take out his flame tongue. He won't activate it. He'll be stealthy, and then he'll stealth up to where the campsite is.
Okay. Make a stealth check.
14.
Okay. Okay. In this situation, I would like to have Nail and Adrian muted for the time being. And so well, not muted, but
or do you mean deafened?
Deafened, so you don't hear me, because what I'm about to say is only for Bramble.
Okay,
I'll say in the general chat when you could talk. And, like, undeafen.
Doesn't look like you can... Okay, I'll do it.
Okay. Bramble. Where are you right now in this area? Are you in the tent, or are you here?
What time is it?
It is kind of in the early afternoon, so kind of like around
Okay.
12, maybe 1 right now.
I might be in the tent.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you asleep or are you awake?
I am awake. What I would probably be doing is, you mentioned that there's an obelisk near me?
Not an obelisk. It's kind of like a circular tower of sorts of stone. But there is
Okay.
a fallen stone obelisk-looking tower over here, the rectangle, and then there's a circular one that is more like a pillar of sorts. Seems to be like an old fortress, water fortress or something that's like decayed or something, like a type of ruin, exactly.
Okay. In that case, what I'm probably doing is researching.
Okay, what are you researching?
So, these ruins,
Okay.
right? I imagine that I might have spent a couple of days mapping them out. Maybe I'm currently going over that.
Okay.
Those, drawings that I've done.
Okay.
So I'm inside the tent and
You're looking over your
There's-
drawings. Okay, so
Yeah.
Adrian rolled a 14, and your passive perception is 14. So you notice him. You notice
Okay.
someone approaching from the south.
Okay. Alright.
Do you look out and make your own perception check?
I think so.
Make
Because
a-
I am a stranger in strange lands and had bad experiences going into town.
Okay. Make a perception check. With disadvantage, since of the fog, unless you have a certain feat because of your ranger that you're able to see within like foggy areas or something.
It is not the correct terrain, however, I do have that.
Okay. Sensitive sentinel shield. Okay, so yeah, so you have it currently equipped.
Yep.
Okay, make a stealth check.
Perception?
Yes,
you mean?
yes. Sorry, perception. But since of the whole fog, you would have disadvantage. But with your sentinel shield equipped,
Yep.
you would also have advantage. So just make a regular roll.
Okay. 13.
13? Okay. It's kind of hard to make out through the fog, but you do see a humanoid silhouette coming from this area, and you do make out a large type of structure. You could surmise that it might be a type of sea vessel. You don't know.
Okay. In that case, I'm probably going to wait because I have the advantage while in the tent.
Okay. But you're prepared for combat, basically.
I am prepared.
Okay.
I am not, brandishing weapons or anything.
No,
but
you're ready just in case. Basically, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you set any traps? I am going to assume since you've been here for a while, you had the hunt, so I would surmise that you would have some traps laying around.
I probably have a few hunting traps. Yeah.
Okay, any in the area where the ship made landfall? Anywhere in the direction that Adrian could be coming up? Anything I should know?
Here, let me
Yeah, just ping.
see.
Just ping so I would know.
Ping. Okay. I'll probably have one here.
Okay, wait. Ping again? Sorry. Ping again?
Here.
Okay.
And let's say right here.
Okay. That's the only traps you would have set?
Yep.
Okay.
And these are non-damaging traps.
Okay, so like snare traps.
Basically, yes.
Okay, thank you. Okay, I'm going to go and I'm going to let everyone know to come back into comms. You remain
Okay.
silent unless you want to openly converse with the characters.
Sounds fair.
If they know how to undeafen and unmute.
Could be the same way that they.
Yeah.
Ritual. I do this before every game.
Okay, I'm just going to message them personally, saying that
I think you can do it too.
no, undeafen and unmute. Okay, Nail, you did that. Now we just need Adrian. Adrian, come on.
Okay, I'm back.
Say you're gonna be leaving, like, if you're gonna be away from keyboard and everything, so I would know.
Yeah, sorry, I just didn't see the message.
Yeah. Okay, so, yeah. So, yeah, you continue, moving up. Are you gonna make anything else? Like, in what direction are you gonna move in? Like...
He'll move to
Because
the
remember,
rock.
you do not see these, okay? They're just there for visual, but you don't see them.
He'll go to here and an
Investigate.
edge by the.
Yeah, investigate the pillar of sorts, the stone pillar.
Yeah.
Okay.
And like edge his way around, I guess.
Yeah, just basically not going straight forward, but you're gonna basically like try to flank it, basically.
Yeah.
Okay, move your character. Yeah. So as soon as you reach this, like, okay, I need you to make a dexterity save for me.
Okay. 13.
Okay, you your legs kind of like immediately get caught and you trip and fall. You look to see a type of snare trap that has been set.
He failed with a 13. Must be a well-made trap. Is he still trapped or what?
He basically tripped and fall and his legs are tied up. He would need to like free himself.
He'll just cut it with his sword.
Okay, you do that. The trap is no longer trapping you, so yeah, you are free to move. So I will get rid of that. So yeah.
He will continue stealthing forward, but he'll be looking for traps too as well.
Okay, so make an active perception check. But you also have your passive perception, so don't forget about
16.
that. Okay. Remember, you are still in the slight light fog, so it would be more of a 13.
No, the 16 is the 13 is for the dex. The 16 is
Oh.
Yeah.
My eyesight is shite right now. My apologies. You do notice another trap through the fog, but it's over here, so it's away from you. But you do notice at the fire, the embers are still lit, but the fire is out or so. But you do see or hear what appears to be slight movement coming from the tent.
Yeah, he just continues quietly going over to here.
Okay, keep doing that.
Do I need to roll and make another stealth check to like stand up and continue walking?
If you want to choose to just stand up and walk, that's entirely up to you. You would have to make a new stealth check for that, or you could or you could continue crouching. It's entirely up to you.
Yeah, he'll continue stealthing. 17 this time.
Yeah, 17. You stealth your way. Are you stealthing your way right up to the tent or near the tent so you could look what's inside through the
And the monolith, and then to near to the tent.
Okay, and this is a sorry, not a monolith, but a pillar.
A rock.
A pillar.
A pillar. Okay.
A stone pillar of sorts, which apparently have some strange architectural markings. Like this is man-made built stone. From your quick glance at it, and yeah, Bramble, you take notice of someone stepping closer and closer to your tent, and you see the silhouette or so right coming along right this pillar of sorts.
I think it's about this point that I'm just going to say, are you done skulking about in the bushes?
There are no bushes.
Oh, there's no bushes?
Yeah,
All right.
there's no bushes.
Well, are you done skulking about then?
Adrian, you hear a voice coming from the tent. That seems to be referring to you.
Friend or foe? He asks. Oh, instead you hear.
Ferris, you're in my backyard.
You hear that in your head. Actually, instead.
Yeah.
Oh.
So Adrian sent you a message, and I would assume that this is the first time Irma, or whatever how you pronounce the name, you hear a voice in your head saying, "Friend or foe," and like this is the first time you are hearing a voice in your head.
Do you always just do that to everyone you meet? I'm shifting to the other side of the tent flap now.
Okay.
So it's probable you see me because I'm just walking across the open doorway.
Okay.
In order to basically get a better look at who I'm talking to.
Okay, so you are stepping out of the tent, or visibly out of the tent, so
I'm stepping like to the threshold of the doorway, yeah.
Okay. But enough for Adrian to see you, because if so, could you please describe your character?
Of course. So the first thing you notice is this individual Emma is actually stooped in the tent, just kind of hunched forwards, if they're actually taller than the tent would allow. They're pale grayish, like silver skin, odd for an orc, and you do see the tusks came from their lips. Violet eyes, a splash of red around said eyes and in the hair, and thin, wiry, ropey, mostly, but with a definite sort of stony exterior and gaze directed exactly at your position. Thank you for the token drop. I was about to do that. Leathers, a chain shirt, one battle axe that they're casually just kind of fingering on their belt, They're not necessarily aggravated that you're poking around their back, but they are sort of wary of you. And yeah, so they're just going to say, "What are you doing here? It's been a long time since I've had visitors."
We're travelers running from pirates, hiding from pirates. Agent respond. Adrian messages you. That's why I'm contacting you in this way.
Got it. Do they look flustered? Let's find out.
What?
They
They look
appear
what?
to be lying.
You want to make an insight check? Okay, so 18. In the tone of his voice, or in the tone of his message, and then in his posturing, you could tell he's telling the truth. You could tell he's being truthful.
How many are there, Al?
At least 30. They're a full
Would
ship.
I know a place where we could comfortably hide 30 people?
The ship?
I mean, okay,
Oh, wait,
fair enough.
I thought you were asking how many pirates.
Okay.
How many is there of us?
Yeah. Are you asking how many people in
I'm
Adrian's
asking-
group, or
Yes,
how many
I'm asking
pirates?
how many in Adrian's group?
Okay. So there's approximately about, I would say, checking the stats of how much people. So a long ship can hold about a 40 crew competency and 100 passengers. So I would say it's kind of like maybe half the crew complement, like maybe 20 or maybe 15 people. Because 10 are basically down below the decks doing some of the rowing, while 5 people are kind of like on the main deck doing things. So it's kind of like between 15 and 20 people.
Okay. You said this is a long ship. Is it bearing any heraldry or flags?
Make with a 20 perception, you can make some markings that this longship did originate from Gunkar, and this seems to be a Goliath craftsmanship, judging by the markings and the symbols. And you notice that the flag is a bit torn on the sail, but it was being brought down. You noticed basically a flag, a white reddish flag with a helm that is black and darkened steel as a symbol on the flag. You notice as a mercenary group, well, actually you would have to make a lore check on that, but yeah, that's the symbol you see.
I'll make the lore check.
Okay, so make a history. Yeah, make a history check. Okay, a 4. You heard of a type of mercenary group that has a type of symbols type of thing with a helmet, but you don't know much about their reputation, sadly.
It wasn't the sort of thing I was interested in. All right. Well, yeah, there's not much here besides these towers I'm currently studying.
Yeah, it'll be difficult to hide an entire ship.
No, you guys are you guys and the ship are quite hidden right now.
Mm-hmm.
You're kind of like within the rockfall field. You're currently within the area. Basically, the pirate ships and such are outside the area. But their ship is too big for a ship like the Longship to enter.
Okay. Yeah. We just plan to wait here until either the fog has passed and the pirates are gone.
So that's your plan?
You need provisions.
Yeah, we have enough.
Huh.
We have plenty of potatoes.
Yeah, Half Dan is still with you guys temporarily and everything, so yeah, the crew is still there.
Yes. Adrian would then start inspecting the pillar.
Okay. You want to make a history or religion check?
Okay. 1 second. History. Right. There it is. Oh, natural 1.
You try to look at these markings. Some of these markings you have no idea what says. You kind of surmise that it could be a type of language, but it's mostly worn down and unreadable. But you could still look at them. It's just you can't figure out any of the words, and it's basically kind of like cracked and like kind of like deformed a bit. So, yeah.
Okay.
I have a device to study ancient texts and stuff like that. He pulls out the magic slate.
Okay, and you activate it?
Yeah, and activate it. Stealth mode. Is there a stealth mode to it?
It would just pop up the entity. There's no like loud sound to it activating. It would just like glow and like the entity would pop out of it.
Yeah, just like how bright is the glow though?
It's kind of like not bright. I mean, like people, if they were like within a fog, they could like kind of see it, but only like within like a close proximity. It won't be like seen like from a ship across an island type thing like that.
Okay.
So it's safe to use.
He'll.
It's still the same day, Nail. It's still the same day that you left and engaged with the pirates. So there's no need to do a whole weather check yet.
He scans the text, I guess, with the slate.
Okay, so you're activating it, and do you want the entity to pop up, or do you not want the entity to pop up?
He'll have it pop up. Trent, is there
Okay.
any information on these?
Okay, so as soon as you activate it, Emma, you see a type of red-orange orb-like glow object that kind of like rises up from the tablet of sorts, and you hear a kind of like distorted type of voice saying like, "Greetings, Agent Code X567 identification number. How may I be of service?"
I need this to be translated.
Understood. And kind of like you hold the tablet up to the writings.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you do that. He says the entity known as Caretaker says processing. Processing. Processing complete. And kind of like shows you a kind of like rendered, cleaned up version of the writing, and you recognize some of these symbols. However, they're kind of like in like a combination of Elven, but with another language that you don't know. But you can make out some of the Elven markings.
Okay.
So, because I've been spending presumably quite some time here, and I speak a fair number of languages. What are the Elven markings, and also others, if my
Okay.
language list includes it?
Yeah, I'll look at your language list, because I know Adrian speaks and reads and writes common. No, not common. I mean,
Well, everybody knows common, but
yeah, Elven. I meant to say Elven. My apologies. Ugh. Okay, so you know common, giant, Elven, and draconic. Okay. Sadly, you know the Elven markings, but you do not know the other markings, sadly.
Caretaker, can you identify the language listed that isn't Elven?
Processing. All known languages of my codex has all been shared. I do not know this other language, sadly, but I could give you a rough translation with the Elven markings if you desire.
He already knows Elven, so he knows the translation already. That won't be necessary.
Do you want me to tell you what the markings say?
Yeah.
Okay. Shit, I keep forgetting the circular thing. Pillar, So, walk, fall, field, pillar, markings. Okay, so it says all hail, click, click, like all hail blank because of the other language. The great blank who will blank blank save, who will save us all from the blank, from the blank, and bring forth a new era. So yeah, that's what it says. Walk, fall, field, pillar markings, all hail blank, the great blank, who will save us all from the blank and bring forth a new era. And I will pin this message so you could see it.
I'm just going to raise a brow towards the writing on the pillar and kind of like gesture towards it, and like, I don't know why they couldn't just spelled it all out. I mean, if you're going to give us that much. But I've been here for a couple weeks now. Someone hired me for a case.
On what business?
Oh,
Adrian asks a little bit suspiciously.
well, I just explained that. Yes, someone in insert name of town here, hired me to investigate these ruins.
Just in case he'll roll an insight check.
Okay, roll an insight.
There's insight.
Okay,
21.
21. So Emma, are you lying or are you being truthful?
Not exactly. So
Because he rolled a 21, so he would know if you're flat out lying.
Yeah.
Roll a deception check then, and to see if you beat
true.
my.
A natural 20 or so?
But it's a 19. I still beat
Which
it.
is yes.
Yeah.
So what you understand is the motivation. Emma is investigating something. But as to whether or not someone actually from insert name of town here hired them to do it is not really the case.
Okay. Here's a no. Adrian will do a bluff and say, "Who hired you?"
Oh, why? It was my my cousin Joe.
Odd name for an orc.
They're on my mother's side. And Emma wanders away towards the captain for that conversation.
You're heading towards the ship, basically.
Yep. Hail, Captain. I have food and provisions. I'm sure your crew would like some rest. I'm speaking in giant.
Okay. You do hear a Goliath saying, here. We would most certainly require a place of rest until we could shake these interlopers from the other ship. We'll be more than happy to take camp and refuge here, so long as you are okay with it.
Perfectly fine. Do watch your step, though. I have laid some hunting traps around the place, and one of them has already made your acquaintance.
Adrian will cast a message to the guy in the crow's nest and what's the status on the pirates?
Let me roll a perception roll for the guy. He says, unsure. I think they're probably sailing by or probably not sailing at all. They were pretty stuck in those rocks. We don't know. He kind of responds to your message.
Do you have what's it called? A telescope, but I don't know if that's what it's called.
A
spyglass.
a spyglass.
Yeah, spyglass.
Yeah, he was using a spyglass. Okay, he is.
Okay.
It's just he couldn't see because of the fog.
Okay. This we can set up turns to keep an eye on the pirates to see if they're coming. But we should also pay attention to inland too as well, just in case if any bandits attack as well.
Great.
Agent says that or messages that to the person in the crow's nest.
He says, "Copy that. I'll notify Gus." So yeah, you guys want to set up camp?
Sure.
Because I'm asking here, guys. I'm asking what you guys are going to do. So like.
Agent will take a short rest and then once the short rest is finished, he will go up to the crow's nest.
Okay, so are you guys gonna sleep on a ship, or are you gonna like go to like the land there and set up a camp, a site over there?
Agent will sleep on the ship, or he'll sleep on the land. Keep an eye out.
This is a tiny island, right? It's like surrounded by water on all sides.
Yeah, I did say that it's like about 100 feet side to side. So basically 100 feet, like 100 feet from all angles.
Oh, this is a separate island? I thought it was part of
Yeah. Basically, it's still kind of like connected to like the island. It's just like there's like a short swim to get to this island to navigate to the actual
like a short.
Yeah, so like a
small
short,
body of water.
Yeah, small body of water that is separating this little landscape island to the actual island of Ventar Haven.
Okay. Yeah. He will just rest there. Still keep an eye out just in case if there's like any.
Okay, so you guys
wild
are setting up
animals or
your
something.
tents. Where are you guys gonna set up your tents?
Adrian doesn't need really a tent. He's just taking a short rest.
Yeah, but I'm saying you don't know how long these guys are going to be looking for you. It could be a day or so.
Sure. Okay.
Especially since we stole all their money.
I actually have the I actually have a icon for a tent.
He just put the tent here, I guess. Then.
But I can't move your tent icon.
Okay, so where's the tent for Adrian?
Right here by the fire, kind of.
Okay, and is the hole facing the fire, or is it going to face another direction?
It'll face the water, I guess, so that we can get out quickly if the fire, or if the pirates find us.
Okay, where do you want your tent, Nail?
Yeah, sure, right about there. Works just fine.
Okay. And I will put other tents that would kind of like be kind of like more near here and everything to the shoreline. There's a couple of fighters on standby for you guys. So yeah. So I know Adrian's gonna take a short rest and all of that, and so basically you guys are free to explore this area if you want, or do other downtime activities like wanting to do some like knowledge stuff, like probably learn a new language, or doing other stuff, because there's a lot of downtime activity stuff you could do.
He will. Adrian will, Adrian will take the short rest, and then once his short rest is finished, he'll go up to the crow's nest to give the guy a break up there.
Okay, you do that.
Adrian, could you do me a favor and quickly type hashtag W? I just want to see if
Okay,
this actually does something.
Hashtag W.
In
Capital
where?
or-
In where? Roll 20?
Lowercase. Yeah, roll 20. Also, I'm... Okay. Because if I were to type hashtag W, this is what would happen.
Okay.
I think it has to be
That's
a capital.
nice.
I think it has to be a
Nope.
capital W.
Nope.
Yeah.
So I made a macro, but I can't turn them to universal. Only the GM can do that.
Sadly, I don't have access to that. Hmm.
Yes, you do. Go to the one between music and settings, and it's macros, decks, and rollable tables.
Oh, okay.
Here, watch. Go. I'm about to paste something into
No, I get that.
Discord.
I get that. It's gonna be a roll. Oh, shit.
No. Paste this into the macro, what I just put into Discord, as the description of the macro, the actions.
Yeah, I could do that at another time, but let's focus on the game.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you guys are free to do whatever you want during your downtime. So I know Adrian is doing his downtime with the crow's nest and everything. So yeah,
Well,
what is Nail and what is Aima doing?
well, Nail is brewing a potions, and I rolled a 28 for healing potions.
Oh yeah, okay, so you... Wait, did you use guidance?
Yes.
Okay, because... Okay, just trying to figure out what the D4 was, so, you know, like, thank you for that, okay. And then I need you to roll a 1d4, so you know how that works.
Four.
Okay, so it's 4 plus an extra potion, so you make a total of 5 healing potions.
Inventory.
Okay. There's Adrian. Adrian will borrow the
Spyglass?
telescope or a spyglass, yeah, from the guy.
Okay.
Oh, do you know what it adds? I forget what it adds to your perception.
You get advantage.
Yeah, but since it's a fog...
No,
sorry.
Yeah, but because
You
of
don't
the
get
fog...
advantage.
Yeah, so it's just an average roll for perception now.
What is it?
Okay.
Basically, the advantage and disadvantage cancel each other out.
Yeah.
So yeah, so it's just an average...
roll.
It's just an average roll.
An 8. Oof.
Yeah, if you had
Okay,
rolled that 24, if you had rolled that nat 20, you would have been perfect. Okay. You don't see anything. It's basically getting darker now during this time right now.
So it's
It's
Go ahead.
it'll be hard for them to it'll be odd for them to search us during the night,
Yep.
especially in this fog.
So, what did Calypso steal? She stole a box of treasure.
Yeah.
Didn't she last time?
I think she did. I don't kind of recall, but she did.
Yeah, she did.
She stole a box of treasure from the captain's quarters of a pirate ship.
Yeah.
That was the last thing we basically did.
Yeah,
Rolling away.
So yeah, do you want to look at the treasure that she stole? Because I think I did specify what was in the treasure, but
You said, I think you
It was
said
a box of
gold
booty.
and
jewels. Yeah, but I think
yeah, gold and jewels and jewelry and stuff like
yeah,
that.
which I do need to put prices on, but yeah, something like that. I think I think I did say that. I think it was 700. I'm not entirely sure. I could be wrong, but I think the 700 was for something else.
Well, I mean, we have 700 gold in our party fund.
Yeah.
There's 700 gold that was supposed to be split, which I'm pretty sure we did split.
Yeah, which you did split, and you did put, I think, 100 or so into the party funds.
Yes. I mean, it's for whatever reason it's still on our party fund. But yeah, I don't think you actually gave a price stuff she stole. She was still with us.
Okay, so yeah, I didn't. Okay, so got it. I will.
And
Make-
she's been good at splitting money, so
Yeah, sadly. Okay, so you could count the coins, but in order to figure out the prices for the jewels, you would have to make a check. I don't know what kind of check, but it would be basically a wisdom check or because like they're jewels, so. Like, I don't know. I think you just need to make a perception check of sorts, or a type of check to see if you could identify some of the jewels, because some jewels kind of like fetch higher prices than regular jewels.
So it's been a while since I've probably seen a ship from the homeland. I'm going to go chat with a couple of the crew and find out, what they're doing here, where they came from, why are they ferrying this group?
Yeah. So there's only two individuals, well technically three, but the third is unavailable. But there are two. So there's like the Goliath that you saw, and then there's an orc. The rest are human and kind of like wood elves and dwarves.
I'd go up to whoever, seems interested in talking.
Well, the Goliath is in his tent along with two of the humans. Well, two of the non-Goliath and orc people, while the orc and someone else is still on the ship with Adrian.
Right. I'll go up to the orc then.
Okay, so you get onto the ship.
Sure.
Okay, you get on the ship. I am going to get the token for the orc. So yeah, the orc is kind of like here. Okay, so he turns to face you and says, "Ha-hee-ha," which is kind of like common gun Korean for "hello, fellow warrior" in that sense.
Hello? So, tell me, why are you on the ship?
Our fearless leader, Halfdan, led us onto a great and heartwarming raid until we got killed and captured by forces we do not know about. And then we met these poor saps who needed us.
They were also prisoners of this force?
No, these people, the people, such as that dorky elf with his fancy flaming sword and that as a oddly dressed human. They were part of a group that was supposedly sent to rescue some people we apparently rightfully taken prisoner. And, well, we were offered the choice to either die or live, so we decided to live.
Negotiations, you know how it is. So now if they've hired you to what? Take them to
Thank
Venture
you.
Haven?
Thank you, Nail. Say that again?
So what? Now they've hired you to take them to Venture Haven? Is that correct?
We are currently under their employ for the time being until Halfdan says otherwise. But yes, we were going to put a forward outpost raiding party on this little island and use it to cause terror and chaos on the shores of Yaren and hurt those Imperial Yaren dogs where it hurts. And you just hear a ahem, and you see Gus basically just looking and says, ahem, respectfully to the bad ones, not the good ones, as he tries to pass off with a cheeky smile and says, yeah, he says as Gus leaves below deck.
It's just completely slate-faced because this means absolutely nothing to me.
No, basically, like trying to pass it off in a type of joke.
No. I understood. It's just that this war, we've always been neutral, so it's just like, okay.
Yeah, but some
Good
Goliaths.
on you.
Yeah, but some Goliaths and orcs choose to be neutral. Some choose not to be neutral. Like they search for battle.
Fair enough. Yeah, true. Right. Well. After these pirates disappear, you think I could convince Achan? Is that his name?
Adrian. Are you wanting to try to convince Adrian or?
No, the captain.
Oh, okay. So there is the captain, and his name is Gus, and the 10 other sailors are his crew, like the elves, the dwarves, and everything. They're his crew, so they listen to him. But they are currently being employed by Adrian's and Nail's group currently. So you would need to talk to either Adrian or Nail if you want to join.
Mm-hmm. Very well. Anything else you can tell me? Any news from home?
All I know is we left during a strained talks between some of the clans. That is all I know. Some deciding to hide amongst the hills and mountain ranges to be far away from inland from the Yarans. Some speak we should try talking and making peace. Some say we should just pray and unleash doom upon them using the old ways magic, or so I am told. Some of the clans are currently divided. That's probably all I know. However, I did hear talks about someone by the name of... cannot remember, but her name was... what was it? I'm trying to find the name of your sister. I'm trying to find the name of your sister. I can't find your sister's name.
Yeah, okay.
You didn't actually have a name for her, so like, hey, where's the name of the sister? Gonna use...
I did have a name.
But I don't think you can.
Okay,
Yeah.
we'll
Yeah.
just go with the new name.
Yeah. Sorry, I can't find the name. So sadly, I am not good. My apologies.
We'll just go with Kayla.
Okay. Kayla. But I did hear rumors about some Goliath named Keela. She supposedly is making a gold foundation in her merchant work and negotiating skills. She is promptly wanting to work on basically peace and trade. Surprisingly enough, for a Goliath who decides to remain neutral, that is kind of odd, in my standpoint, sadly.
Yes, very much so. It's far better that we do not become involved in such matters. That's business. And with that, I think I'm going to go and try and find. Adrian's up in Crow's Nest, so I'll go find Neil.
Okay, so you leave the ship. Nail, are you okay?
Why?
Because you kind of like breathing a lot and everything. So like, are you okay?
Yeah, I just have a headache.
Oh.
A couple of days ago, I got new glasses, which have terribly different
Oh.
prescriptions in each eye.
Oh.
It's giving me headaches.
Okay. Sorry. It's just I asked because I was worried. Like I was hoping you weren't having a heart attack on me. Sorry.
No.
Okay, so you hear from some of the people, and basically of where you saw Nail setting up his tent. You go to his tent. Nail, are you currently still like it would be taking you some time to do the potion, so I would say you're kind of like on the last potion. You wrap that up. Is there anything else you were gonna do after the potion making, like doing some research or something? Because like
Nope,
that is something as a downtime activity you could do. You could do some research.
Nah, I was just gonna make potions and go to bed.
Okay, so you're kind of like getting ready to sleep and everything when you hear the approach of someone outside your tent.
Knock, knock.
Who is it?
It's me, Emma. The stranger you met today. Or have we met? I don't remember. You were in the ship.
We have not formally met, no.
Oh, well then. I am Emma. You are?
My name is Neil.
Okay. May I come in?
Of
There's
course.
something I wanted to discuss with you. So I come in, and I'm again stooping. Right, so, I heard that you were going to Venture Haven, was it?
No,
Yes.
No. Okay,
Well, I mean, we are going there.
Yeah.
We are there even.
Yeah. Ventar Haven is the name of the island. Haven's Cove is the name of a town that Nail and Adrian came from. They are currently heading to Ayton Port.
Okay. Well, fair enough to say that I have exhausted, for the moment, at least, my investigative search here, and so I was wondering if I might be able to come along with you.
I mean, I have no objections to that. You can fish, right? I assume.
Of course, I am one with the wild.
Okay, I mean, yeah, as long as you can provide food for yourself, possibly others, do some work, then I don't see why you couldn't join us on the voyage. We're currently heading to the port, which is under construction at Ventar Haven.
Sounds like a perfect place for good information. What exactly are you doing? I heard that you had rescued these sailors from said predicament. They were enslaved, perhaps it was.
Not these sailors. We rescued a group of scientists recently from our Goliath friends who took from us. We were supposed to be escorting them, got ambushed by not one, not two, but 3 separate groups. That was a very
That sounds like quite a tale.
confusing battle. Not all that much of a tale. One of our companions has a case of mistaken identity, and some bounty hunters were falsely looking after her. Then
Allow
a
me
group
to
of
repeat. That sounds like quite a tale.
It's more just the circumstances. Much of a real fight.
Yeah.
Although some of the circumstances may be important. The other group that did come after us specifically targeting our cargo, and may still think we have it, since they seem to have thought we've had it for some time, even if we didn't. If a man with a magical hand starts coming after us, it's because of that.
A magical hand. No?
Like a prosthetic magic hand.
Okay. Yes, not the strangest thing I've ever encountered. No.
Well,
no.
he's primarily trying to kill Adrian, so if he shows up, just make sure to put Adrian between you and him and it'll be fine. I think they have some kind of history together.
Yes. He's not his father, is he?
No.
I've always found that trope quite overdone.
More like Adrian has managed to almost kill him on more occasion.
Yes, out of character, yeah, I killed this captain character like 3 times.
No, first you let a kraken take him. Then you stabbed him in the woods.
And cut off his arm.
Then you made him... And then we buried him in a pit, and you stabbed him.
We didn't bury him in a pit.
And he disappeared.
No. The first encounter was with the Kraken on the sea. The second time was in the woods when Adrian went to that illegal fighting club area. And then that was where he was stabbed and had his arm cut off. And then the third one was with the carriage escort where he returned with a dark oil-looking hand.
Yes, and the last things we did, I'm pretty sure, was me using Shape Earth to bury him in the ground.
No, as soon as I reduced him to 0 hit points, he disappeared.
Yeah, he vanished.
He was only 5 feet down. I hadn't cast it the second time to bury him 10 feet down.
No, because Adrian was mostly fighting him, because when Adrian killed him, wounded him to his last few hit points, he kind of vanished in a puff of smoke or something.
You used the Shape Earth on Halfdan and his ally.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
I tried to use it on him. Just cut him in his
Yeah, but you failed. I think.
Regardless,
Yeah, regardless, getting
murdering
back to the
someone
point.
3 times and not having them die, are you sure that lich?
No, I'm just
Mhm.
possible. We didn't kill him the first time. We hoped a sea monster would do the killing. I don't know about the second time. I wasn't there. I just heard one of our companions about an illegal melee that Adrian had participated in, and it turned out to be bloodbath. And the third time he vanished in a puff of magic smoke. So I don't think he's a lich. I just think he's made a deal with some horrible monster.
Fair. Randy?
He's the Joker to my Batman.
Sure.
Yeah,
So,
in game
yes.
chat, by the way, I posted the map of Ventor Haven Island.
Yes, it's good. Adrian will get somebody else to keep after a little while. Adrian will get somebody else to look, keep watching. After that, he will he will try to commune with his patron.
Okay.
He'll go
are
behind
you?
the he'll go
Okay. Are
he'll
you
go
doing
over
it? Are
behind
you
the
doing it?
pillar.
Okay. Are you doing it on the ship, or are you doing it at your tent? Because this pillar, it's impossible to get to this one, because it's kind of like overlooking. But you could try to squeeze through this one, because, like I said, this one is a fallen one, but there's enough room for someone to go under it and go on to another side or so.
Okay, he'll go there, I guess then.
Okay, are you wanting to do that secretly, or are you just gonna openly just do it?
Adrian's go like, I'm gonna go check out what's behind this pillar.
Okay, so you say that to both Ama and
You just say that out
Nail.
loud, and then
Okay.
he'll crawl underneath.
Okay. Okay, you crawl underneath, and what you see is quite odd. You see a type of square pedestal, and within said pedestal seems to be a darkened, cracked orb of sorts. Like it's cracked, smashed to pieces of an orb, which could have been an obelisk.
It's smashed to pieces, or what?
Yeah, smashed to pieces. Like the cylinder shape. No, the circular shape is still there, but like part of it is like smashed open. Like the inside is visible and everything, and you just see the shards of the crystal orb obelisk on the pedestal and kind of like around the area you are in.
Okay. He'll pick up one of the pieces, I guess.
Okay. What do you want to do?
You just look at it and you just inspect it, I guess.
Okay, you inspect it. It's translucent. It kind of.
Well, no, the pedestal.
Oh, the pedestal.
And the orb, the broken orb.
Okay, so which one are you going to investigate first?
The obelisk, just to see if it's trapped or something.
The orb.
Or the pedestal.
Yeah, so there's the pedestal and then there's the obelisk orb.
Yeah, he'll look at the pedestal first.
Okay, are you going to do a perception or an investigation?
He is to perception.
Okay, make it a perception check.
At 13.
You look at it. It seems just to be a generic pedestal. Nothing of interest, except for like just a basic elegant design on the pedestal. Nothing much.
And then you look at the obelisk then.
Okay. Another perception check or an investigation?
Yeah. Another perception. There we go, 17.
Okay. You carefully inspect it. You look at it and you see it's a translucent, sparkling orb. This could be a type of orb that magic users would use. It seemed to be cracked from the inside.
He'll deal this later, and he'll commune with his patron.
Okay. You easily communicate with him this time. It seems that whatever was causing the interruption simply vanished or so. So Ichigo stands before you and says, "Yes, my dear protege, how may I be of service to you?"
Something quite most unsettling happened after our last communion.
Yes, I was cut off from you temporarily.
I threw up some black ichor and passed out after what happened.
I see. Anything else happened?
Trying to remember, and you saw a black shadow, and he was about to be consumed by black shadowy stuff, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what happened.
Yeah, in your
I forget what
mind.
else. Yeah.
In your mind,
in
but
his
then,
mind, yeah.
but then something stopped it.
Yeah. Yeah, he says that to Ichigo.
Did you look at this individual that you saw, that you presume could have saved you from this fate?
He looked to be a witch doctor.
Quite interesting.
Yes.
Well, I do not know much, but something is clearly affecting you, Adrian. I do not know what, but it is something I am sensing as well.
Well, we've been dealing with quite a few curses and magics lately, so I have a hypothesis on what it could be, possibly.
For the time being, let us be cautious in how you handle things that are unnatural or magical in nature.
There's also a sword claiming to be Ragnarok. We found a cursed great sword claiming to be Ragnarok as well.
Interesting. Ragnarok. I do not know this term.
I believe he said he is the end of all things, so I'm guessing that's what Ragnarok is.
Did you destroy the sword, or do you
It is
have
currently in possession of a half giant.
I see. I do not know much. I have been cut off from the celestial planes of deities and whatnot. But I could try to force my way in to find out more. For the time being, I would suggest you keep a cautious eye on that sword if you claim what you say is to be true.
The sword seems to be quite powerful too, as well. Even though it's dangerous, it could also help us in coming battles. Be quite useful in
Indeed.
coming battles.
As you say, I would trust your wisdom and judgment, my protege. I will let you know of any other developments in your training for your techniques. But again, my knowledge is a bit limited. If you search for scrolls or other techniques that has been lost, probably you might be able to achieve even greater things.
Is it would it be possible to even create my own technique, maybe?
Some techniques were created, that is how we were trained. If you wish to create your own technique, you must understand how these techniques are forged. These techniques are researched and trained. You must be cautious in how you decide to go on about creating your own technique. But I will aid you in what I can.
Thank you. Is there any advice on how to become? Do you have any advice on how to become stronger, so that I can face that captain that you seemed quite worried about?
All I know is you must, in a sense, I cannot believe I would even suggest this, but you must unleash your inner monster, Adrian. At times, it will be difficult to control such a individual force within oneself. But if you can, the strength and power gained from it is uncompromising.
I believe to be quite the willful, be quite willful. aka I have high proficiency, or I would say proficiency in wisdom saving throws. So I will try my best.
Begin your training whenever you wish, but you must understand, you must never let the monster consume you. Never let it take over. You must find a way to keep it balanced. Light and dark. It doesn't matter how you use it. It is still the same. And he kind of like gives a bow and he disappears amongst the wind.
He will crawl out back into the main area.
Okay.
I found something interesting over here, he'll say. To Nail and Emma.
What did you find?
There seems to be a broken obelisk, and you show the little shard he has.
Since Emma has been here longer, they would have investigated that area, so you know of it. So yeah. You know it could be a type of device used by magic users, but that's all you were able to gather, Emma. Maybe a person who actually is a magic user could help.
Yes, I did see that. Not in detail, it's a little outside my forte, but if you would be able to contribute, and if you'd be able to contribute anything, I would appreciate that for my investigation.
Well, we have two wizards in our party, and Nail right next to you. He's quite skilled, and we also have Shala. I do not know where she is at the moment, but
Who?
remember the wizard that gave me the scroll.
Oh, Shala. Yeah, Shala
Yeah,
is.
Shala.
Yeah, Shala's still with you. She's on the boat right now.
Okay. Neil, do you want to take a look at it? It's a
Well,
little,
I can take a look on it and investigate it with arcane wisdom, intelligence.
Oh, 23. Bravo. Make that.
Adrian's proficient with Arcana too, so he'll give you the help action, so you advantage.
Well, can you really help with this? But sure.
Apparently, yes.
Yes, so
Yeah.
26 plus 4, so that's 27, 28, 29, 30. You rolled a 30
30?
on this.
That's literally the max that I can physically.
Okay, so now, you inspect the magical orb. You inspect it a bit more. You understand how this thing was made. You now understand what this is. It seems to be a containment orb that is also split as a energy orb. It seems to have been draining the life force of a creature that was imprisoned within the orb.
So it's the worst kind of prison.
Indeed. It's a magic prison.
Looks to be broken though. Do you think we'll be able to fix it?
With your knowledge, Nail, it is possible it could be fixed, but judging by the amount of pieces and fractured shards of it, it would take time to fix it. Like, I would say maybe a month or 2 months at best to try to fix this. Because you need to put the pieces back together, and then you need to infuse it with magic power to basically get it to be functioning again. So again, that's going to take a lot of research, because you know of these are ancient to you, but you don't know how one works.
I mean,
I suppose. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
it could be fixed. I don't see why we'd want to fix it. Whatever it was containing is long gone. Or dead.
Yeah, so whatever. I suppose whether or not we want to fix it is dependent on what it contained and if said containing is still around.
We might be able to use it to contain other powerful creatures, possibly.
Yes, I was going. GX, it can be used to contain anything, right?
Possibly. It is powerful. Like, Nail, you recognize this as a tier 1 magic item. Like, legendary or so.
Legendary magic item?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a super powerful magic prison that's designed to kill, eventually, whatever's contained within it by absorbing all of its life energy.
I have an idea. What if we crafted... Would it be possible maybe to craft a weapon out of the shards?
You want to craft a magic item out of the shards?
Yes. Perhaps a life-sucking sword.
You would have to do research, because again, these orbs are considered like rare, like super rare. Not much is known about them, and not many have them. So this is like ancient legendary items. You would need to do your research. Sadly, you do not like have a book or library to do that since you are, well, here precisely.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Say that again?
Really
Sorry.
Legendary.
ill-advised to remove items from locations where you have no.
I guess speaking
You don't.
from a sense of a treasure hunter type standpoint, you're like having those bells and whistles ringing
Oh, yeah.
Ama. So yeah. From your
Yeah,
previous
no,
adventures.
Perhaps we should not remove it with pedestal before we completely and fully understand.
Let's check for traps.
Yes.
That
This
is
is
also
everyone
a
with
good
perception.
Okay, make perception check. Okay, Nail rolled an 18. Is anyone else doing? Okay. And is Adrian doing a perception check?
I'm a little preoccupied by the bells and whistles of error. Do not remove this from its casing.
14.
Okay.
Well, I mean, it's already removed itself. Case shattered.
No, I meant the orb specifically, but yes, I suppose that.
Yes.
Okay, so 18 plus 3, so that will be 21. Nail, through your perception of the pedestal, thank you, lost the word pedestal, and orb, and looking around the area, there seems to be no trap.
Any arcana traps?
You use your like ability to sense, like your natural ability for like magic detection and all of that, or there's like detect magic you could do. I think you do have the spell, right? Detect magic.
Yes.
So basically, you see like physically around you, in eyesight, nothing out of ordinary. You could do a detect magic, which could be more helpful in finding like magic-based traps.
Sure, I'll cast detect magic. I'll do it.
You do it a
really
ritual
fan-
or. I think. Is detect magic a ritual spell? I forget.
Yes.
Okay.
You could spend the time. That's not. Perhaps there's more of that mix of languages. Ready to go looking for it.
Sorry, you cut out. You were cutting out there for a second. I couldn't really understand what you're saying.
Oh, I was saying we could spend some time while you set up your ritual. And I specifically want to look for that odd mix of languages that we found. Perhaps there's more around here.
What?
Yeah, you're still cutting out. Maybe you're a bit too far from your mic or something. Maybe.
This better?
Yeah, that's better. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So while we're spending the time waiting for Nair to set up the ritual detect magic, I wanted to check for more of that weird mix of languages.
So you
Okay.
okay. So while Nail is here doing the ritual, you want to go here and inspect?
No,
or just...
I'm inspecting in the current area.
Oh, you want to inspect the
that.
area if there's any same languages, basically.
Yes.
Okay. Well, you rolled a perception, so that is busted. Except Adrian did roll a 14. So he does see some markings on this pillar, but it's more decorative, not writing, sadly.
Yeah, I cast Detect Magic in a second, even with ritual casting.
Okay, so, Nail, your eyes kind of glow in a sense as you cast this ritual Detect Magic. You feel a slight ping coming from the pedestal within the orb. There seems to be still some fragment of magic from the orb. However, there is nothing else coming from this area except for that little fragment of magic power coming from the orb.
Well, all I can tell is the orb is magical, and that's it. There's
What type of magic is it?
Like I said, it was a type of containment / energy siphoning orb, so it would be in that sense that magic, I guess. If you're asking about the school of magic, there's no specific school for this, so it's
Okay, so just pure magic then?
Enchantment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I'm
yeah,
gonna
that's
say it's gonna be magic under the same lines as person, which would be enchantment magic.
yes, enchantment. So it's a type of enchantment magic.
okay. I think
All I can detect is the orb's magic. What's left of it. Well, we could always be safe, and I could just use my mage hand to grab the fragments from a distance.
Do you think you'll be able to see if there's any curses on it at all with your identify?
Well, yes, I could see if it is cursed.
Or if it'd be dangerous to pick up?
Dangerous to pick up? No. I mean, the orb doesn't seem to be trapped physically, or doesn't seem to be trapped magically. So the only reason it would be dangerous to pick up is if somebody realized we had it and wanted to kill us for it. It doesn't seem to be functional, broken.
But it still hums with magical energy. Not a lot, just a little fragment of, like, power.
It's the magic we'd be repairing if we went to repair it. So, I mean, there doesn't seem to be any reason why we wouldn't necessarily just be able to take all of the fragments. Sure, somebody trapped something in here and left it to die on this tiny island. But who knows how long ago that was?
The bells and whistles that I got earlier.
No, the bells and whistles, as in, like, from past experience during your,
No, I know.
like sings, you kind of, like, have a bad feeling about, in the sense of this setup, from personal experience. That doesn't mean it can always be that way. It's just kind of like second nature to you.
I mean, taking it off isn't going to release a mechanism that drops boulders on us. There isn't enough of an island here for that. There doesn't... Even if there's a pressure plate that releases, like, spikes, mage hands will be anywhere near it.
Well,
Worst case scenario is the island explodes.
I'm more concerned about actual eldritch horror cultists that come over and rip your heart out with their hands. But,
Yeah, but if there are those, then they already know we're here and they're planning to kill us. I don't see why taking the mysterious prison orb is going to stop them. Or even make them care.
A detour from the terrible puns that we're making. Okay.
Here, I have a bag of holding that we can put it in. Adrian takes out his bag of holding.
Okay.
Here, I can just drop it into my bag.
But weren't you asking Nail to do identify?
Oh yeah, identify, yeah.
Yeah, I have to now wait 10 minutes to actually cast Identify. Actually, wait.
That's
do
fine.
I have it as a prepared spell? Just let me-
Do you have the material components?
Yeah, basically,
Yes.
I say that they would pay like say 10 gold to get like a week's worth of materials for their components and everything, unless they have an arcane focus.
Well, Identify is just, I could just cast it. Cast it. It's one of my prepared spells because I don't have enough spells to otherwise prepare. So, I cast Identify.
Okay.
Yes, I have the pearl worth 100 gold.
Okay, you choose one
I-
object that you must touch through the casting of the spell. If it is a magic item or some other magic imbued object, you learn its properties and how to use them. Whether it requires attunement to use. You learn whether any spells are affecting the item and what they are. Okay, so as you touch it, you understand what the magic that was coming from. So basically, it has a type of incantation to activate the orb when it's fully functional. Furthermore, 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 you learn that this is also orb was created with enchantment magic. So you learn how to use the orb. So you just point the orb in a sense of to a willing or unwilling creature that you see, to like basically to a creature. You activate the command word to the orb, and it basically like chains them up with magic and basically transfers them within the orb.
It's an anything version of a genie's
Bottle.
just as a crystal orb.
Yeah, something like that. But basically, there are no curses affecting this. Basically, it's just like a broken orb of sorts. A bluish sapphire violet orb.
Or if I used it to create the shadow tongue that I told you about, that I homebrewed.
If you want to use it to create the sort of shadow tongue that I am trying to find,
I think I DM'd it to you, I think.
Yeah. Trying to find it. I have so many DM messages right now, so give me a moment. Yeah, here it is. It depends. You would need to do research in order to figure out what is needed to make the shadow tongue. Because like I said, you're trying to do like a shadowy effect. This magic orb has no like necromancy elements. It's more of enchantment. If it's like in the sense of more necromancy and like shadowy stuff, maybe. But again, you need to do research, which is a downtime activity.
Okay.
Are we taking it then?
Yes. I vote yes.
So you guys are taking
Yeah.
it? Okay.
Sure.
Okay, so you put all of the shards you could find and the orb itself in the bag of holding. Are you putting the shards within the orb, since, you know, it is technically, you know, open, technically?
Wait. Is the orb like a hollow sphere or like a solid piece of crystal?
Okay, so it's a solid piece of crystal. However, there's a big chunk of it that was basically smashed open from the inside. So basically, the inside, okay, you could see that there is like a hollow. Like I said, it's an orb that apparently held something within.
Okay, so it's like the glass part of a snow globe.
Yes. Yes, kind of like that.
Okay, then I suggest we put all of the pieces inside a sack, and the sack inside the bag of holding, so all the pieces are together.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's good to me.
Yeah, grab a sack that we. I think we have a sack on like the ship or something,
Yeah.
and then
We have plenty of sacks somewhere.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
So you're gonna put the orb in a separate bag, basically.
Yeah, we're gonna
Yeah,
put
then
all
put
of
that-
the pieces into the separate bag, and then put the separate bag into the bag of holding, so they're not just random pieces of wood floating around
Okay.
the bag of holding.
Okay. Got it.
'Cause that would be a pain in the ass. To
Okay. So who's going back to the ship to get like a
Does-
sack or something?
Does it matter?
Well, I'm just asking, like, who's gonna stay, who's gonna go. I mean, like,
I mean, we're gonna be gone for like 10 seconds to grab a sack.
okay.
I guess I'll go grab the sack real quick.
Okay. So, Nail, you are going under the tower. As soon as you kind of like reach the kind of like entrance through here, you see that part of the pillar kind of like cracks under you a bit, kind of like
over him, you mean?
well, not over him, but in front of him, like small chunks of it, you know, because you know it has been damaged and it's very, very old. So like does that, and you see literally right in front of you a decomposed skeleton, and the skull is staring right at you.
I'm just
I
gonna keep
never
walking.
seen that coming in. Yeah.
And now, as you are crawling out now, you kind of now notice that there are bones and skulls and everything, like where you were crawling. Basically, apparently, some people were crushed by this thing when it fell. So yeah.
Of course, of course. When it rains, it pours.
Wouldn't we have noticed that crawling
we-
first coming in though?
Well, you guys went through like a different thing. I remember it was way in the stone, so that whole collapsing kind of like made you now open your eyes to the awareness of it now. Like it's not there's not like a lot of bones. There's like a few, and like a few you don't notice because they're hiding very well amongst the rubble of the broken pillars. So.
Can I
Okay.
inspect the bones?
Okay. Which set of
The,
bones do you want to inspect? The ones on the ground or the one that just fell through the pillar?
No, the one that fell through the pillar.
Okay, you take it. Still has a bit of old rotting flesh to it, along with some of its clothes.
Okay. Any important information?
Can you
Is
tell
it-
what
is
kind
closet-
of clothes he's wearing?
You see that these clothes are dark cloaks. Something that magic users would typically wear, but they're very, very worn and old.
Is the cause of death this one different than what
From what you could tell, cause of death was not being crushed. Cause of death was being siphoned of energy and slammed against the pillar, which caused it to fall.
I would have thought the spell was a little bit earlier.
sounds like when there was a argument the orb was
You then look
You-
a bit closely to the face, and you notice it appears to be elvish.
How would you tell that from the bones?
I did say part of its flesh is still on the skeleton.
Okay, so the ear parts remained.
Like, a good portion side of the cheek and, like, ear is kind of, like, still there. So, yeah.
Okay, when does Nail come back from the sack?
Well, Nail, you find a sack almost immediately. Like, there's no difficulty, you just find a generic sack.
The ones punched, they also help it.
And
So
I'm gonna go
it
through a
won't-
different route if there is any, because I don't see any more.
Okay, so,
Kiss me.
okay, so, you could either crawl under it, or you could crawl over it, so you could basically climb your way over it. It is, a bit 20, foot, in diameter. It's 20 foot side to side, so it would take you a climb to get over, and then, like, just, you know, walk or crawl to the other side and just get over here.
Can I see to the other side?
Um,
From one side to the other?
under or above?
No. From standing over here, can
Yeah.
I visibly see the other side? Like,
From where
looking
you
under
are?
it?
Okay, when you're looking under it, yes. When you are looking standing up, you cannot see anything above it. Because again, like, it's kind of like blocking. You would need to climb to see what's over it, but there is... Oh, okay.
Fuck
You
this shit, I'm teleporting.
like, fuck this shit, I'm out. I'm not going anywhere near skeletons. But as soon as you misty step, Nail, you kind of, like, see yourself, like, not even a few inches in front of you, the same skeleton that fell through the, pillar.
What?
Basically, Nail misty stepped, and the body that Ama was, investigating...
Okay.
Nail basically teleported right near it and saw it again, so...
Well, the
Here's
reason
your
why I was
goddamn
teleporting
sack.
was... Well, the reason why I
avoid
was
the
teleporting so that you didn't get
skeletons.
crushed.
No,
Mm.
I'm
Bounce,
avoiding
make it-
skeletons. Fuck jump scares. Jump scares are the lowest form.
Okay,
Yet I
Yeah.
still play Five Nights at Freddy's, so...
Yeah, jump scares are good and all, but at times just the basic horror of just showing a skeleton with a bit of flesh still on it still is good and horrifying.
I mean,
What if
what would be
that
more
cre-
Okay,
Okay, wait.
a Wendigo trying to eat your face or a skeleton? Pretty sure the Wendigo wins, so...
Oh, I love that Wendigo encounter. I terrified you all. Okay,
what if that create the
yes.
dead
Oh.
was a lower level spell?
okay, okay, first off, I need to know, Nail's, passive perception. Oh, it's 9! Oh, okay. Okay,
Yeah, I
Nail,
perceive
Nail.
nothing.
okay, yeah, so Nail, as you kind of, like, step forward and just see the bones, like, ugh, okay, you just feel a bony, fleshy hand kind of, like, slowly creep up your leg and everything.
Creep up my leg?
Creep up your leg and kind of, like, to the back of you and everything, kind of, like, slowly rising and touching you in that sense.
There is something touching me. It better be one of you two.
Adrian, you're just seeing Ama just doing, like, manipulating the bone of the skeleton to just slightly touch Nail and everything slowly into a type of hug and everything, but Nail doesn't see this. He's just focusing on the obelisk as he is feeling this.
Okay.
You're not gonna do anything?
Just so you don't stab the thing behind you or try to hurt what's behind you. It's just Emma playing a prank.
I'm gonna throw the sack at Adrian's face, close my eyes, and say, just finish it. Turn around, look just long enough to see the other side of the tower, and Misty step back away. And I'm going to bed.
Just that is such a good prank. That is such a good prank. So Adrian just now slowly turns away, closing his eyes, just like throws the bag in your direction, not even looking. It just like lands like right in front of you, and he just like opens his eyes barely just to look on the other side, and just Misty steps out of there, and Emma is still manipulating the bones and everything, and like just you.
I put them down now.
Yeah, so
Because-
you just toss them aside and everything. So yeah, you are both alone with the orb and obelisk type thing. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna put it in the bag?
Yeah, I would have thought Create Undead was a lower level spell. I'm surprised it's 6th level.
Oh, it's Create Undead is super high.
Not
You're thinking of
not unless
Raised Dead.
Yeah, raised dead. Not unless you're a necromancy wizard.
Raise dead.
Raised Dead is the
You
low
want-
level one, which is like level 4.
No.
That's still pretty high.
Raise,
but-
Two.
raise dead is a revival.
Yeah,
Raised
Raised
Dead
Dead's
is
a- Oh,
Revival spell.
I know you're talking about the really
Animate.
low one that can just create skeleton zombies. Wizard.
summon
Yes.
undead.
Yeah, summon undead. It's summon undead.
Or yes, summon undead.
Or no, animate the dead. Animate dead or something. I don't know. Okay, so basically,
Animate Death, level
Anyway.
3.
yeah. So Adrian, you go pocket the crystals and the orb. You put it in the bag of holding, and you just leave the area, right?
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah,
you do that.
he'll use his new spider silk grappling hook to throw it over the other side and climb over it instead of going underneath. He doesn't want to get crushed.
Okay. Emma, do you follow his lead with the grappling hook, or are you gonna go under it?
I might go over it.
Okay. You guys reach the other side. Do you guys go back to the campsite and sleep, or are you doing anything else?
Yeah, I guess Adrian will take a long rest.
Okay. I'll put you in your tent.
Um,
Emma, are you gonna stay up or like keep watch or something? Because people are
yeah,
keeping watch
I will keep watch. I'll go fetch more.
until you need to sleep and everything. So yeah. So you do that. Blah blah blah. Make an.
Well, Adrian only needs 4 hours.
Yeah.
He's an elf.
Yes. So Emma, I need you to roll a perception check for me.
It is getting rather old.
What did you say?
It is getting rather late.
Yeah, I know. We're going to end it like at 11:30.
Ah,
So yeah. So a perception check. Okay, you notice that the fog is beginning to dissipate slightly, and you see clearly. You see the ship more. You see the more markings around, and you see the fog dissipate. However, the fog kind of like forms in a specific spot. And it's kind of like creating a type of orb area. Kind of like right here, basically.
I know that you can do sort of a similar thing with spells. Would I have any reason to suspect or
Make
tell that?
if you want to tell them, that's fine. If you want to figure that out on your own, you could do your own Arcana check.
10.
Okay, a 10. Okay, you presume this could be a type of magic. You don't know, but this seems to be unnatural to your experience.
Hmm. How long after we rest does this happen?
Yeah.
Okay. Like I said, this is during Elma's watch.
Yeah, like, so how long?
It's just
passed?
it's just making an orb, and then like after all of the fog is gathered up, you kind of like see the fog kind of like form into a figure.
Right.
It seems humanoid in shape, faceless, and it's just flowing within the wind. And Elma, it looks at you, says nothing, but
could
looks at
also-
you, Elma.
Could also be a method or something, like an elemental or something, maybe too.
An air elemental, probably,
Yes.
but you don't know. But yeah, Elma, this thing or whatever it is staring at you. What do you do?
Oh, that one?
Yeah, this entity type thing that was with the fog and everything is looking at you.
Yeah. I read it.
How do you greet it?
I try talking to it in Elven.
Okay, you try talking to it. So nothing apparently happens. It just keeps staring at you. I'm gonna put a token there to show where it is. So yeah, it just looks at you, and it just disappears within the wind, and you then hear, in a slight whisper, Emma, it says, "It's such a good thing to see you again, dear brother." And that's all it says. Say it again. Say that again. I didn't hear you.
I think you're far away from your mic again.
This always happens. No.
So yeah, this thing disappears amongst the wind, but as it does, you just hear a whisper, "How good it is to see you again, brother." And, like, that's all it says.
I see. That's concerning. For multiple reasons. It's gone now, though, yes?
Yeah, it's gone. The fog is gone. It disappeared among the wind, and that is all.
Okay. In that case, I am going to keep that to myself.
Okay, and you go back to your tent?
I go back, but I'm still maintaining my watch.
A watch, okay. But you do need to sleep at some point.
Yes, yes.
After 4 hours, you can rest.
After
Adrian will-
after said amount of time, I will wake someone up and then go to bed.
No, Adrian will wake up himself. He can do that. He's
Yeah.
just meditating.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because high elves has this.
No, just elves in general.
Yeah, elves in general have these trance abilities that whenever they do a long rest, it won't take up like 6
Mhm.
hours or 12 hours. I don't know how long a long rest is.
They get.
Yeah, they
it's
get
8 hours.
Yeah, 8 hours. So like instead of 8, it's gonna like be 4 hours instead. So yeah,
Oh.
4 hours pass. Adrian wakes up.
6 hours of sleep, 2 hours of light activity makes up a long rest.
Yes.
For elves, it's 4 hours of trance light activity.
Yep. And so like 4 hours of trance and then 4 hours of light activity.
Okay, I think it's only warforges that have a solid reduction in their time it takes to actually conduct a long rest.
So
The roll forges are similar, but they don't have a reduction.
so Elma.
So actually, I mean, technically they do. They don't have to sleep. They can just stand inert.
Okay,
They have to power down, but
Emma.
Yeah.
So 4 hours passed. Adrian is awake. Are you gonna take a rest now? A long rest?
Yes.
Okay, so you do that. Adrian, it's your watch. What are you going to do?
Do that, and I probably.
I'm talking to Adrian. I'm talking to Adrian. What is he going to do on his watch?
Yeah, sorry, my Discord just kind of glitched out.
Okay.
Don't know what happened. Yeah.
So what are you going to do on your watch? Are you going to do a perception check, or are you going to like take this downtime type stuff to do some research?
Yeah, he'll do some research, but also just keep an eye out just in case.
Okay, make a perception check, and then, if you're doing some research in the sense of making a magic item, I have a table thing for this, so yeah, give me a moment. Okay, make a 1d20 roll. That is
Okay.
an intelligence check. So it's a 1d20 intelligence check for a research.
Okay, just 1 second.
Yeah.
One second, something's bugging out with my roll 20.
Do you want me to roll it for you?
Don't worry, I'll just roll a d20. My intelligence is a +0 anyways, so rolling dice. Don't know what's going on. I think the Wi-Fi my place is acting up. Maybe.
Do you want me to roll it for you?
Oh, there we go. A 13.
Okay. With the 13, you get a basic idea of what type of... You are wanting to make the shadow tongue, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so you kind of like take inspiration from like the form of Ichigo in his shadowy type spirit form, and you kind of like roll over...
He also knows he also knows details about the Shadow Blade, which is a spell.
Okay.
Yeah.
As I was saying, you're taking some inspiration from Ichigo and the Shadow Blade spell. You are wishing to create a weapon, so you do some basic writes down of the effects of the spell, how Ichigo is affecting by his spirit form, and as well as the type of blade you wish to use. So you're jotting down these in like a type of notebook for your research notes. Your perception of a 17, out of nowhere, you kind of like get this eerie wail, as in like wail, not wail, like
Cry.
a cry and everything. Do I actually have that sound effect?
Nobody needs to hear somebody screaming.
Do it yourself.
Yeah, basically like a wail and everything. And as that happens, you just hear screams and like carnage, and then explosions coming on the other side of the rock formations that you are hiding behind.
Well, seems like somebody else is having a bad day.
And
Quickly.
oh, what is Adrian gonna do?
You quickly go to the
Crow's nest.
crow's nest. Yeah.
Okay, you do that. You go.
Is anybody in there?
Yeah, there is the guy. There is a guy that's on duty, and like he has a spyglass, and he's just shaking.
You take the spyglass and look through it. And
Adrian, you see basically sailors of the same ship that attacked you being contorted and whipped to shreds, as a type of invisible form is basically inserting itself in their mouths and basically exploding them in trine, basically bowel bisected and everything, them being torn to shreds as the ship is being ablazed on fire. And just carnage. And that's where we're gonna end it.
Okay, I have a question. Is this shoreline near where the where Afghan used to be camping, or is this near where their hideout used to be?
Okay, I'll let you know. But it's not technically near here. I will let you know. But so basically no one leveled up. I will give you more details on how much treasure that Calypso did steal, but again, you would have to make an intelligence roll to figure out the value of the jewels and all of that. So no one leveled up. Everybody's at level 5 right now, so yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. And the game is going to happen the second Saturday, so remember that.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I'll answer your question soon.